Let's get this party started, my friends. I am so excited to connect with you all today. Welcome to those of you that make this Saturday team call a priority. I just want to give you a big shout out. Get your pens ready and a fresh notepad because you will be learning a lot today on this call. I also want to welcome our guest joining us here today. If you are listening in for the first time, to give you a little context about our Saturday team call, this is where our teams come together, tune in, find out all the latest happenings within our company, but it's also where we bring together other social retailers that are crushing their businesses, and we give them this platform to speak on and share all of their genius, their tips and their tricks and all the things that are working for them. They share it with all of us. So you're going to hear about these ladies bringing in customers, earning commissions on the customer side of our compensation plan. You're also going to hear maybe a little bit about our team building. We have a dual-sided compensation plan where you can choose to focus on customers and maybe not build a team, or maybe building a team is your passion, not so much the customers, or you can do both, which many of these ladies, actually all of these ladies are doing both. So excited for you to hear from them. And just know this, we're a group of people that's just helping, we're passionate really about helping people look better, feel better, and make an impact in the world alongside making an income. So we're excited that you're here. I can't wait to connect with you all. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mindy Backsen. I live here in Bismarck, North Dakota. Got 3 kids, 1 husband, and my little fur baby Benny. He's my Boston Terrier. He's my favorite kid. Anyways, I've been with social retail now with Modere for the last 5 years. November of 2018. So it's 5 years right on the dot here for me. And prior to that, though, a little bit of my background, my backstory, I was in the insurance and financial services industry for 13 years. Yeah, so as an executive assistant and then as an agent as well. And, you know, raising 3 littles and my husband working full-time and me working full-time, I kind of came to the point in my life where I was like, I felt the burnout. And I don't know about you, but running to work and, you know, shoving your kids on the bus early in the morning with frozen waffles and heading them out the door and running to a 9-to-5 that just kind of sucked the life out of me, only to come back home at the end of the day and give my family what was left of me just wasn't working anymore. And so I found network marketing back in 2015 and kind of gave that a run for about 3.5 years. But it was the old school kind of traditional way of doing things. So I was going to vendor shows and I was stocking inventory. Sometimes I was spending more on my products, but well, not sometimes. Most of the time I was spending more on my products to stock inventory and so forth, and I was making in commissions. And so what I thought, what was told to me, you know, time freedom, financial freedom, really turned out to be exactly the opposite. But there was something there. I had this little spark and desire for more. I just couldn't let it go. Well, like I said, about 3.5 years into that thing, I was frustrated. I was tired of running. I was kind of giving up on the dream. And then, all of a sudden, on my Facebook news feed, as I was scrolling, you know, living vicariously through everybody else's life, John and Nadia Melton popped up on my news feed. And I pushed play on a video. And I started listening to them talk about social retail, building online, building, you know, e-commerce and not stocking product and, you know, so on and so forth, and just building value on social media. I was so intrigued. About 6 months, I kind of vetted all the things. I asked John and I connected with him and I watched videos and I listened to the comp plan and I saw the things and I'm like, why would I not do this? This is crazy. There's billions of people on social media and God's making new people every day. So why would I not take a run at this? And so November of 18, like I said yes to social retail. Then I got a little crazy. 6 weeks later, I actually quit my full-time job. I don't recommend everybody do that. That's probably not a real smart thing, but I did. I burned the boats. And I said, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I'm going all in. And I did. And I have built an incredibly successful organization, you know, mentored by John and Nadia Melton, Michelle Barnes, some legends here in this amazing profession of network marketing and social selling. And so I attribute so much of my success to them and being on these Saturday team calls and having this amazing culture of collaboration, which I cannot wait to share these amazing women with you and let you hear their stories. But it's just so different here. So that's a little bit about my backstory. And you got to forgive me. I talk fast. My daddy was an auctioneer, okay? So I'm going to try and slow down, but when I get excited, I really start talking fast. So I'm going to try to take a breath, slow down, because I need to get across some really important information, some updates with our company, and some let's reflect back a little bit on what we just came off of. And maybe this is why I'm still so excited. We are closing out our biggest month of the year between our two teams. I know Rhino Nation, Michelle Barnes' team, John Melton's MLife Nation team. You guys, we've done over $5 million in sales in the month of November. I was going to tell you, drop the mind-blown emojis. I forgot we're on the phone, though. It's not over with yet. You guys, it's not over with yet. So to catch those of you that are guests up to speed, I just want to tell you, we had Black Friday deals, but they're the best deals ever of the whole entire year. It's incredible. We had our pineapple shortcake limited time flavor of trim and the sexy spoon. They gave, gifts with purchase and doorbusters and free shipping. I mean, I've never, I was with 3 prior companies to Modere. I have never in my life seen a company pull together such incredible, not just deals, and gifts and free shipping. I mean, it's so incredible. But all of the social media assets they gave us, all of the training that they put together, I mean, it was absolutely like nothing I've ever seen before. And then they one-up themselves with the Cyber Monday site-wide sale. 10% off plus free shipping. I mean, they did it again, and then they extended it for the entire week. I mean, so man, I got to give us props. Those of you social marketers that were running and hustling, and, we sent out the one Cyber Monday text, and then we were like, oh, my gosh, they're doing it the whole week, and there were doorbusters. It was just nuts. And then they did something else. And then they added to it. They doubled our daily pay the last 3 days. So I want to make this short and sweet, but I just got to give a massive shout out to Modere, to corporate, to whoever it was that helped build this and put this thing together. We love you guys. The field is so appreciative, but here's what they did. They doubled our daily pay. So we make 10 to 36% on customer sales, and we're paid daily. So for the last 3 days, they said, you know what? If you were making 10% on sales, we're paying you 20. And yes, if you're mathing it right, if you're making 36%, yes, they were paying us out 72%. I mean, hello, that is, again, unheard of. And then on top of that, you guys, we had the We Are Modere bonus, and that was if you brought in 3,000 new points, they gave you a $300 cash bonus. I do want to mention, and jot this down, my friends, that bonus is still going through the end of December. So there's still time for you to get that $300 cash bonus. So I have 2 words. For those of you that hustled your butts off, you closed your month with everything you had in you, right? Like you were just on it and talking to people and following up and doing the things. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, my friends. So one other tip I want to give to those of you, like I said, this is not over with yet. If you've not looked at your back office and maybe you've kind of been a little out of the loop and you're like, I don't even know where my numbers are, listen, I want you to write this down. When we're done with this call, I want you to go into your back office or go into your Modere app, your Modere Life app, look at your numbers. Go to the previous month and look at your numbers. Because if you are close to a rank, we still have the opportunity to backdate. Definitely speak with your upline if you're confused on this, but I need you to know this. Every rank is a raise, Like if you're qualified gold right now, if you're qualified gold right now and you're close to platinum, like maybe some of you don't know that you're only 1 customer away. Some of you don't know that you're only 2 lean body systems away. And if you've got a couple sales on the table and you close those sales and backdate to get you to platinum, just for an example, that's an 8% raise. And that's more Live Clean credits. Don't leave it on the table. So there's that for you. And then let's get some important reminders, and then we're going to talk to my friends. So another thing to write down, my friends, December 16th. December 16th is a big day. Michelle Barnes, you all know her. She's amazing. She is doing her famous goal setting and vision casting call, and it is like none other. I have trained and I have spent thousands of dollars on personal development and coaches and all the people. Michelle's, 20x that, but she brings all of her genius and all of her knowledge And that goal-setting call, you need to put aside about 3 hours for it. Go hide in your car. Go somewhere to a nice quiet space, hopefully no interruptions, and allow yourself the time. I know moms were already thinking, like, I don't even know how I would begin to do that. Well, try to figure it out. Hire a babysitter. Go to the coffee shop. Plug in an AirPod or earbud, whatever it's called, and give yourself some time to go dream. Go dream. Go set some goals, and Michelle will lead you through that. It's absolutely crazy. So December 16th, that is our Saturday team call. It is Michelle Barnes' goal setting, her vision casting call. It's just remarkable. Real quick too, guys, promotion, Modere promotion, like they're not done yet. They're not done. December promotion just launched where customers can save $10 on Logic, earn the $10 bounce back credit, and plus they get the free mug. And if you're like, I'm not a coffee drinker, God bless you, but you can shop the Modere Go. So that's our little energy, little packets. Our burn and fiber collection, save 10, get the $10 bounce back credit, and a free water bottle. All those details can be found, you guys know where, right? On the Buzz, right? Buzz.shiftingretail.com. That's like our Modere Google. Go there to find out all the promotion details right there on the Buzz. Whew! Okay, well that was a whole lot of information, but I'm fired up and excited, you guys, to connect you with my very first guest. Okay, she is a former 6th grade math and social studies teacher. She hails from Rochester, New York, and has an amazing story that includes being a part of the network marketing industry and then quitting. And now she's here at Modere, and she's also out of the school system, raising toddlers. Oh my gosh, Erin, are you with me, my friend? Erin Heberger, to the front of the line, please.
Oh, sorry. It said unmuted, and then I was still muted, and here I am. It told me I was
here
unmuted.
She is. Okay. I'm so excited to connect with you and for me to finally stop talking, because I'm like, man, I got to zip it. But I had so much to say, and I can't wait for the rest of the crew to get to hear your story, Erin, and how let me just set the scene a little bit here. You guys, Erin is Platinum 3, Director 2. So remember when at the beginning of the call I was talking about you can make money on the customer side, or you can build a team, or whichever, or both. She's doing both. So Platinum 3 is $9,000 in personal sales on the customer side, which she's making 36% of that, and then Director 2 is $25,000 in team volume. So that's just remarkable and incredible, Erin, and I can't wait for you to share a little bit about, of course, who you are, kind of your start with the network marketing, and that you quit it, and that story, and then we'll continue on. I know you're a content strategy coach too, so I know you've got a lot of nuggets to share with that too. So you take it from here, my friend.
Yes, and I'm laughing at everything you said, because I'm like, oh my gosh, we might be the same person. Like, our start stories were kind of similar. I'm also a fast talker. Warning, I'm going to try and slow myself down, but I kind of have a lot I want to say. So, got to stick to my, 15 minutes. So here we go. Okay, so a little bit about me. Yes, I am a wife. I have a 3-year-old, 3.5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. Actually said 3.5-year-old is downstairs screaming about something, but my husband's down there, so it's all good. Mommy's hiding in her office. I have 2 crazy doggies, and yes, I was a 6th grade teacher for 15 years, and then just this past March, I officially made my 2nd maternity leave permanent. So that was like a huge goal of mine, and it happened. So yeah, a little bit about my story. So kind of similar to you, actually, Mindy. Let's rewind about 6.5 years ago now, so it's circa 2017. I was spending more than I was making in my 2nd company in a row. And January of 2017, my accountant, who was my dad's best friend also, actually was like, just wondering, are you planning on turning a profit with this company? Like, yeah, that's not embarrassing at all. So I was like, yeah, definitely. But I was like, I don't know, am I? So May 1st of 2017, I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm a teacher. Like, clearly this online business, this online sales stuff just isn't for me. I tried it for years and, no. So I told my upline, like, I appreciate your time, but I'm all set here. So I was done for 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks later, again, very similar to you, I saw a video on Facebook that somebody I knew of from my previous company, but I didn't know her at the time. Well, you may have heard of her, Marina Simone. Yes. So she did a video saying that she was making a change, and she was, going to a new company and whatnot. And so I was curious. I was like, wait, if she's, like, going to a new company, like, this has got to be something big. Like, what's happening here? So I did the only logical thing, and I stalked. And I figured out where she was going, what she was doing. I stalked the company. I was intrigued because, number one, I saw that there was this liquid collagen, and I'll talk about my joints, my old lady joints in a second. But I was like, okay, something that's actually helping people's joints. And then I was also super intrigued by the Clean Living company, or the Clean Living products. So I was like, because I'm a psycho, I literally, before I joined, I made a list of all the things that I normally buy, like at Target or Wegmans or whatever. And then I wrote down the products I could possibly get from my potential new company. And I, like, price matched or price compared all the things. I'm a psycho. Can we tell I'm a little green? But and I was, like, blown away because I was also sick of, like, stalking labels, trying to make sure, like, and I didn't even have kids at this time, but I was, like, trying to make sure I wasn't, putting all these nasty chemicals in my body, at least as much as I could. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to have to read labels. The prices are the same. I guess I'll give it a whirl. And Marina, if you're listening, I don't know if I actually ever told you this, but I had actually originally planned to do this just through the summer while I was off of school. Yeah, 6.5 years later, here I am. So it's just crazy. Like, if I think back of how much my story has changed in these 6.5 years, like, I have gotten obviously so much more than, income from this company, but, like, just the community, like, the people I've met, the leadership skills that I've learned, like, all the things. But it's also funded 2 infertility journeys for me. I, like, get teary just thinking about this because if anybody has been through infertility, on top of all of, like, the emotional toll it takes on you, it's flipping expensive. It enabled me to take an extended maternity leave with Ella, my first baby. And then, as I had said, I recently took a 2-year maternity leave with my second, and it's now permanent. So I'm just so grateful most of the time to be home with my 2 toddlers. So it's been so much. Like, I never even could have dreamed when I first started that, like, this is where it would be. And fun fact, one of the other selling points to me was how Mindy talked about that you don't have to work both sides of the compensation plan, because I wanted no part of having a team when I came over here. I was like, I love that I can just, like, get customers, because I'm, like, good with that. And then I accidentally started forming a team because people were like, wait, so what is it you're doing now? So again, 6.5 years later, a lot has changed. But so that's a little bit of my kind of how I arrived here story.
That's incredible. I want to point that out too, Erin. I want to just park on that for just a minute. For those of you that, like, just like you said, Erin, what happens, some of you are like, team building, I tried it. I tried to build a team. Nobody would do anything. Nobody, you know what I mean? Like, and you needed to build a team in those old compensation plans. You had to, or otherwise, like you, Erin, and like me too, you weren't making money. You were only spending money, and you were only part of somebody's, your upline's auto ship, right? Like it's a whole thing we could get into at a later time. But you guys know, for those of you listening, and you're like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you know. Here's the thing. What happens is when people start seeing, like, Erin's posting, maybe a little bit about her product and or about this or that, and all of a sudden she's ranking up, and then she's ranking up again, and people are like, what are you doing? How are you doing that? And she's building her customer pod, and she's helping customers and so forth. All of a sudden, those people are drawn in, and they're like, well, I want to be able to make a commission helping customers. And ta-da, you're building a team. I mean, it's quite incredible how these, those of you that are really focused on building that customer pod naturally will start building a team. And again, the cool part about it is that really, I mean, building customer pods is awesome and stuff, but when you're teaching other people how to do the same thing, that's where the real magic happens. John Rockefeller, I love this quote, and I know John Milton says it often. I'd rather have 1% of 100 men's effort than 100% of one. And so when it comes to team building, that's it. Like, everybody's doing a little, or you know what I mean? You got a lot of people doing a little bit, and all of a sudden that legacy money starts flowing. So, Erin, I know throughout your journey too, you've really focused on, content strategy. And as we're building on social media, which to me seems like such a forever moving target, I know that you figured out some great strategy and stuff. And if you want to talk on or kind of give your best tips, especially as we're going into a new month, what
absolutely.
these guys can focus on with their content, social media. I know you're an expert at that, so you go ahead and give them your best nuggets.
Absolutely. Yeah, content just, it makes my heart so happy because part of it is like I see people in other companies, and I'm just so grateful also, by the side note, that like Modere encourages us to brand ourselves. Modere encourages us to share our story. Like that was another thing that really bothered me from some of the other companies I had been in, is like I felt like I couldn't be me. Like one of my companies, I felt like if I was having an ice cream cone because it was like a super green, like whatever company, I was like couldn't even share it. So I just love that we're totally encouraged to share our own story and share our own selves and build our own brands here. So that's something else that I'm very grateful with the company. But as far as what content to focus on, especially getting into the holidays, like obviously December is insane in the membrane for everybody's personal lives. Like whatever holidays you celebrate, there's a lot of them in December. So, the biggest thing to focus on ever really is making connections, sharing stories, and providing value for your audience, because that's where it's at. Like you are not needing to be a walking billboard just spitting out facts all the time. That's not what people are on social media for, is to like be these fact digesters. Like they want to hear stories. They want to get to know you. They want to see pictures of your cute puppies and your cute kids and all the things. So yes, of course, we want people to know we're in business. Like sometimes it's like you go one extreme or the other. So I usually recommend like once, maybe twice a week, share something about your business. Maybe it's a curiosity post. And if you're like, what's a curiosity post? There are tons of them in the team groups, whatever team group that you're in. There's lots of examples, whether it's a spoon post or, I always encourage people to take a selfie of yourself taking, with your spoon if you're taking trim or BioCell, or whatever, your go-to product is, because that's so much better than just posting like a picture of the product. Like people want to know like you're really taking products and you're a product of your product. But also they want to see your face. So they say selfie sell. It's true. Story sell, selfie sell. Because you want to just show people you're a real human. You're not just some like brand rep spewing information, like I said. So really focusing on sharing those stories and rather than facts. Like share it. So my target audience is moms of young kids like myself. So if you ever look at my social media, you'll see anytime that I do a product post, I'll share somebody else's story, but 99% of the time I'm sharing another mom's story because that's the people that I'm talking to. And any of our products can be targeted toward really any niche, any target audience, any ideal client, whatever it is. So wherever you're at in that journey of finding out who your target audience is, kind of think of yourself. But those are the stories you want to be sharing. And then your other content should be, a mix of personal posts. You want your audience to get to know you. So share, if you're open to sharing your kids, or you're able to share your, you with your grandkids, or you doing things that you love, your hobbies. Like that's what people want to get to know you, and that's how you're going to build connections with people. So that's something that's important. And I'm not saying like you need to go and share all like your dirty laundry or whatever on Facebook. Like that is not what I'm saying. But people do want to get to know you. And then giving value like I talked about. So creating educational posts that are going to help, again, your target audience. So I also encourage people to share tips on the benefits of our products. So for example, 3 tips to avoid holiday weight gain, or 3 foods that improve joint health. Because anybody who's watching that kind of content, engaging with that kind of content, probably is going to be interested in our products. So those are the conversations that happen on the back end when you're reaching out to the people who are engaging with that type of content. And then you can slip in, after you've gone back and forth of like, oh my gosh, wait, do you have joint issues too? Yeah. My now husband used to call me his 90-year-old girlfriend because I was so young with such joint issues. Have I ever told you about this collagen that has been the only thing ever that has helped me? Like, you're helping people. And if you have the mindset in these conversations that you're trying to help people with what you have, you're not just trying to sell products, number one, they feel that. And number two, like the universe feels that. And everything just comes out better. So that's the type of content to really be focusing on, is like giving that value. And then it doesn't all need to be value or that has anything to do with products, like giving value that is going to be helpful to your target audience. And obviously everybody's is a little bit different. And I'm not getting into like all that today, but definitely just focusing on the value. Because if you're giving people these free values, this free value all the time, then when you are putting out that curiosity post, they're going to be like, okay, so she's been helping me a lot. Like, she solved this problem for me. We're professional problem solvers, really. She's helped me with this. She's done this, and all for free. Like, what is this product she has, or what is this business she has? So just kind of like keeping that in your mind when you're creating your weekly content. And then in your stories. Oh, sorry. And one, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I thought it was me. Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. keep talking, Erin. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Last thing, I just want, that's perfect. I just want to talk about stories, like being in your stories all the time, taking your products. Every single day, you should be in your stories taking your products. Like, and you don't even have to talk about them every day, because, again, you don't want your stories to become like a spam fest by any means. But for example, I'm real pumped about this promo coming up, because I am addicted to both Go and Logic. Did I mention I have 2 toddlers? So I literally every single day in my stories, I make my Logic. I'm just making my coffee every day. Sometimes I do talk about it. Like, I'll be like, oh, I haven't even talked about this goodness in a while, and I'll just like say why I love it. Say that I actually notice when my mom brain forgets to have it on my subscription and I have to go without it for a few days, like I notice a difference. I share why I love it. I take my BioCell in my stories. So once a day, and you can change up what products you're taking in there, but once a day you should 100% every day be taking your products in your stories. Again, sometimes talk about it, sometimes be talking about other things. Like, I'll be making my Go or my Logic or whatever, and I'll be talking about like toddler craziness. And then people are like, what is that you're making every day? Or what is that on that spoon that you're taking every day? Like, it never fails. Or sprinkle. You want to really throw people off? Show yourself, like, sprinkle your trebiotic when you're talking, and people are like, okay, what is that? I'm telling you. But bottom line, be you, be authentic, and give value with your content. Okay, now I'm really done.
Great. All of you listening, you guys, if you guys are in the chat, I'm telling you, just start dropping the mics everywhere. I mean, this call is, Erin, all of what you shared was so incredibly good, and here's what I love about it. It's a whole lot simpler, I think, than some of us make it. I mean, the fact that, you are talking to toddler moms because you're a toddler mom. There's a relational thing that happens, boom, right off the bat. And people do business with people they can relate to, that they know, that they like, that they trust, and you're building all of that in your social media through all of what you just said. I mean, that was just so much value. Thank you so much. We could keep talking, but we gotta keep going. I just love and appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you, my friend. And you enjoy the weekend with those cute little cuties.
I will. I'm so honored to even be on this call. So thank you for that. And have an awesome rest of your day, guys.
Yeah, thanks, my friend. All right, guys. Next, second guest we have here in line. I am really excited to share with you as well. She's a small-town girl, 1,700 people. Reminds me of my hometown. She hails from Quebec, Canada. Married to her high school sweetheart. They are empty nesters, though, but, the Australian Shepherd, that little puppy, keeps her busy. She's been with Moderna since January, but is not new to the industry. She's been with a couple prior companies. She is building this business while working full-time and has her heart set on retiring from her government job as soon as possible. My friend Shirley, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Hello. I'm so excited to let everybody meet you and hear your genius and your story as well. But before I hand the mic over to you, I just want to let everyone know Shirley is she is a Platinum 2 Director 1. So again, remember I was saying that you can build on the customer side or the team side or both, and Shirley's doing both as well. 7,000 in customer sales got her that Platinum 2 rank, and 12,000 on the team builder side. So that's just she's making on the team build or on the customer side, that's a little over $2,000 a month. Platinum 2, plus $200 in product credits along with that as well. So that's incredible, Shirley. I'm so excited for you to share a little bit about your story, and then we're gonna talk a little personal development here as well. So you go ahead and tell everybody your story.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so excited and happy to be here. Well, how I came about Modere is that I was looking for an alternative for Botox and fillers, like something more on the natural side. And I stumbled upon a TikTok from Vanessa J. A lot of you know her. And she was talking about that product and showing her results. And I was like, is that for real? Like, I couldn't believe it. So I reached out to her, and she had amazing promotion from the Black Friday like we just have. Oh, first of all, I need to say, like you hear in my voice, I'm French, so sorry if I misspeak some words. So I reached out to her. She had that amazing promo for the Black Friday, so that was last year during that time. So I've purchased a kit, a holiday kit, and I had good results. So I knew that I wanted to share it, and it's I'm not new in the industry. I've been with 2 other companies before. So, and this at that time was where I was at, where I wanted to focus my attention and to help other women that was looking for alternatives, more natural. And so I hopped in January last year. And what I saw, like the first time that I went in our group and see the guides, I was blown away. This is next level. I couldn't believe it. I haven't seen nothing like that in my other companies that I was with. The training and like all of the step by step and the week launch that we have. If you haven't done your 7-day launch yet, even if you're 6 months in, a year in, do it. I know it's super scary, especially the live. I've been there. You feel literally like you're on the edge of a cliff and you're about to jump when you're going to push live or push send. But we're all there. We're all there beside you with our parachutes. This is just, I can't believe how amazing this company is, the team is, the support that we have is amazing. Like, I'm blown away of all of the support and all of it.
So you're saying so where you came from, Shirley, before, and I think it's relatable to a lot of people, and I know, I kind of touched on it, so did Erin. So where you were before, what you were saying too about our systems, you get invited to one of our team communities and they plug you into the guides, and there's a simple launch system right there. So you're saying you never had that in your prior company?
No, nothing like that at all. Yeah. And all of the free training that we have, like John's, like always on, it's incredible.
Yeah. Well, I do believe we have the best trainers, and network marketers in the entire profession within our company. And like you said, the cool part of that is we get to reap the benefits because they're constantly doing trainings. They're constantly connecting us with the top strategies and so forth. And we're a bit ahead of the game in that respect. I want to touch on real quick, Shirley, too, coming here to Modere. I mean, you've only been here since January. Building a customer pod up to 7,000. Were you having to I want you to touch on that a little bit, if you would. Were you sending out spammy messages and knocking down doors, or I want you to share a little bit about that experience of how did you accomplish that?
Oh my God. And that's another thing that I love about the company is the attraction marketing model. You really, you attract people to you. I'm not, and that's what I didn't really like about other companies, that you had to do parties and you reach out to a lot of people. But with this, you really attract people to you because you have the before and after photos. And so I just really promote my results and I did lots of TikToks as well, of course. So a lot of my clients are from TikTok. People over there are really engaging, and they're very curious and they want to know. So that is really where I think that all of the clients come from.
And I love that you said TikTok too, and I want to just touch on this real quick, guys. So I'm a Facebooker. That's where I kind of live. We have some people that are just obsessed with Instagram, and that's where they build. Shirley has found a passion in the TikTok space where, she's crushing it over there. This is the beautiful part of it. Like, going back, Shirley, to what you said, having so many different amazing leaders within our organizations, they teach and train on these different social media platforms, and you know what I mean? Like, we're not stuck to like, this is the one way that you do it and this is how we do it. It's like, no, find your way of what you love to do and go freaking crush it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's just remarkable what you've done, and I'm super proud of you. I know that when we were talking, offline, just preparing for this call, you were just really talking about your love of personal development and, kind of filling up your cup first. Affirmations are something that you, that you feel are really important and have attributed to your success here. So if you want to kind of touch on that, I think, this industry, just saying this, I've been in the profession now for 8 years, it can make or break you depending on your mindset. You've got to have your mindset. Sorry, I can hear myself echo for some reason. Anyways, but you've got to have your mindset locked in tight on your vision, on your goals, on your abilities, and so forth. And I know that that's important to you too, Shirley. So if you want to touch on that, and feel free to share some resources too with these guys, or let them know kind of what does that look like for you in your routine when it comes to personal development.
Yeah. Well, for me, I did personal development and the affirmation and visualization like multiple times, but I didn't stick to it. But this year, since January, I've been doing it like every day. So what it looks like, it's really the best time for doing your visualization and affirmation is at bedtime, right before you put your head to your pillow. It is the best time because your subconscious mind is working during your sleep. But for me, I tried that. But for me, what works is in the morning. So right away when I get up, I get dressed in my workout clothes and I go do my affirmation. You can put on some meditation music if you want, but I do it like in like quiet. I want to be alone with my thoughts, and I start to manifest. And what you have to do, you have to manifest in the present time, like it's really, really happening. And try to even feel the feeling when, like what you're going to feel when that particular thing is going to happen. For example, let's say that your affirmation is, I see $5,000 in my bank account. So you're going to visualize yourself picking up your phone, open up the app and seeing that $5,000. You have to be like super precise, every little details. The more that you can do, the better. And you're going to feel the feeling when you see that $5,000 in your bank account. So this is really important, the feeling. So a little assignment for you that is going to help for your, trying to feel the feelings. Like the assignment was given to me from my mentor, Vanessa J. And what it is, you're going to write down a sentence or two of an affirmation in present time 20 times per day for a week. Now, there'll be a time that you'll be frustrating, and there'll be a time where you're going to say, like, does it really going to help? What is going to do, But I tell you, there's going to be a time where you're going to feel it. Like for me, I felt like tingling all over, a sense of joy, and I even started to giggle. Like it's when you really have the feeling of what you're affirming, like the feeling that you're going to have right away. So, and what I can leave you with is that it's not something that is going to happen overnight. You're not going to do that for a week and it's going to go away. It's something that you really have to implement every day. And like I repeat the same thing over and over, and you're going to tweak it a little bit time to time. And even sometimes during the day, you'll catch yourself like in your mind saying what you have wrote in the morning. So there's a phrase that I say to myself multiple times a day, and I catch myself, like it comes to me. So you can write that down. It is, I'm happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantity through multiple sources on a continuous basis.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to need that. I take notes on my computer, and I'm so listening right now that listen, guys, if you're like me, you're like, wait, she needs to repeat that. I'm going to get that little affirmation from her, and I will share it out to all the chats. So don't worry, I got you. That is so powerful, Shirley. Oh my goodness. I love that you shared all of that. It's so important, and I will tell you, I love affirmations as well, and coming into an agreement with who you want to be, but visualizing that is who you are in the future. I believe all of us are created on purpose with a destiny in mind, and I know some of you just feel that in your spirit, and coming into an agreement with this, which is what you're doing with that is powerful. And I know, like you said, it's attributed to your success, and so I just appreciate you bringing the value and sharing that with us. Any last parting thoughts here, my friend?
Well, I'm just so happy to be here and to share my journey and to share, a couple of tips and my challenge. So people, you need to do the challenge. It will really, really help.
Yeah, challenge accepted, right, everybody? I know I'm going to do it here as well. Shirley, I appreciate you. It's so nice getting to connect with you, and you have an incredible weekend, my friend.
Thank you.
Well,
have a great weekend.
You're welcome. Up next, you guys, I don't even know if this gal needs an intro. I think half the world follows her on social media. Oh, my gosh, she's a wife, a mom of 3, was a stay-at-home mom prior to getting into network marketing. But again, like so many of us, like the rest of us on this call, she was with another company. Actually, I believe it was her first company for about 7.5 years. Saw John Milton on Facebook. I'll let her tell you the rest of that story. So help me welcome Ashley Mae Dawes, super stud, to the call.
Hey.
Ashley, are you there?
Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. Oh, my goodness, I'm so excited to connect with you and for you to round out this call. Let me give you a little bit more of an introduction, though. Friends, listen, Ashley is a Platinum Black 3 team leader, okay? Platinum Black 3 on the customer side of the compensation plan. She's done over $50,000 in personal sales in a month, okay? So, I mean, again, my mind-blown emojis just go off in my own brain going, how do you do that? That's nuts. I mean, there's some people that don't do that in a year or even in their career of sales, but she did it in a month, and Lord knows she ended a whole lot higher than that, considering the month of November we just had. Again, 36% of that, you guys do the math, it's a whole lot of money. Plus there's perks and all kinds of things that come with Platinum Black. So, Ash, I know that you've got a great story to share and a whole lot of tips because you're kind of the consistency queen. So I can't wait for you to share your story. Let's start there, and then we'll get into some tips and consistency and all that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mindy. I've been following you and Super Cooper, and I love how you guys show up in the groups and you're sharing the business and the products, and I've been following you forever, and I'm super excited to see you guys in SRC. Yes. So, like you said, yes, I came from another company that I was with for 7.5 years. I thought that they were the best thing since butter. I knew the compensation plan up and down. I could argue with anyone that, my compensation plan was the best, right? Well, the only thing that was really hard for me with this company was it was recruiting based. And I had 10 people over there, right, that were like what we call social marketers here, and one of them was doing her job. She was placing her orders. She was building a team. So this means that I was stuck with the other 9 and their teams, and they didn't know, like, and trust me. So it was really hard. And when it came to me getting paid at the end of the month, I had to reach out to all of them and be like, hey, are you going to do your orders? You know, you said you would do this. You're not. I'm not going to get my paycheck. That's not what I said, but that's what they heard, and that's what I felt like I was doing every month when I had to reach out and be like, okay, this is a structured, it's structure-based. I didn't get a paycheck if this wasn't done correctly. So it was actually really hard to build a team over there. And, like, super transparent, I was making $1,300 a month, and I had 700 people underneath me. So I didn't know this at the time. I thought I would be there forever. But kind of the same thing, like with Mindy, I saw John Melton on the internet. And I was like, who is this man and his pretty little wife? And he has all these beautiful women commenting below on his videos. And he has tons of followers. And I know he's in network marketing. What does he do? I only followed him, I'm not even joking, for like 2 days. Mindy said 6 months, right? I followed him for like 2 days. And I wrote him. And I'm like, who are you? And what do you do? And in 30 minutes, his VA connected me over to Facebook, and we were chatting, and he told me all about social retail. And you know what? The big thing was the compensation plan. I watched the compensation plan video. I knew my compensation plan forwards and backwards. And this compensation plan is freaking amazing. I was like, holy cow, I could be making like 7 times more than what I'm making right now with 700 people in this team. So now it's not all about money, but I definitely am a driver with money. I want to know how much money I'm going to make, how it works, if I'm going to do it, right? So so John sent me some products because I had this whole team, and I was doing the team with my best friend, and it was kind of scary, so I didn't know if I wanted to switch, right? He sent me some products, which is like, if you have someone and you're like, oh my gosh, they could be amazing, that's a really awesome strategy, is sending some products. So he sent it. I mean, you never know. You might get a Platinum Black 3 out of it, right? He sent me products. I tried them. I loved them. He followed up with me. He sent me his link. I enrolled as a social marketer. And that same day, I went to my team, and I'm like, okay, guys. Well, I didn't go to my team. I went to the one person that was working and a couple people in my upline just to tell them what was going on. Like, hey, I think I'm gonna go share some collagen. And, I thought it was going to be simple, easy peasy, like, a farewell party. I'm joking, but I figured it would be a lot better than it was. It actually was a complete and total disaster. And they told me, you're going to be back. Everybody leaves. You're going to be back. No one's going to follow you. You're an MLM jumper, and no one's going to trust you, and you'll be back. And they blocked me, and then they unblocked me, and they messaged me and said, how's it going? And I said, it's fabulous. And they blocked me again. And then my best friend, she doesn't even talk to me anymore. Like, I'm telling you guys this because I had a ton to lose. I had a pretty big team. I had people that I grew relationships with for 7.5 years. And I thought, like, they don't pay my bills. But, I didn't want to, friendship is everything, Well, it wasn't. It apparently wasn't. That 7.5 years, right? Nobody except for one person, which was my direct upline, talks to me anymore from that team. And since then, I've come over here, and I guess what you could say, like, so I got to earn some trips, like, to Orlando with John and his team, and I've met some people there, like Lauren Gallegos and Michelle Churchill, which are my Modere besties, and I've met amazing people. We're not even on the same team. Vanessa Jay's amazing, Tina Margus, all of these people, like, none of them are related to me or on my team, my downline, whatever, upline, and we're all just like supporting and cheering each other on, and this is the best place to be.
Ashley, holy cats. It's funny, I've heard the saying before, like, you really want to find out who your real friends are, like, switch companies. And yeah. I mean, that's not really funny, haha. That's like funny. You kind of want to punch in the guts, but this kind of, unfortunately, it comes with the territory, and it kind of makes you sick. However, you think about, the leap that you made, and as scary as it maybe was, or as with the blocking and the kind of stuff that can happen, look at what you've been able to accomplish, and not only yourself, but again, being able to have a place to go, you know what, I am succeeding here, and I can help you do the same thing. And the collaboration of all the cross-line friends that we have, even, me and Super Cooper, we're cross-line, right? And we build our businesses together. That's a powerful thing. So, I just love that story, and I know that, I mean, it's just really getting started for you here. I want you to touch on, you take the reins and you go wherever, but like, I know you've built an incredible following, but I know that you're really passionate about being consistent in your messaging. So you want to kind of touch on that and let these guys know that they're like, maybe they're kind of getting started in social media, or maybe they've got, a couple hundred friends or a couple, 1,000 followers, and they're wanting to grow that. Like, can you kind of share, because the more eyeballs you have, the more conversations you're having, the more relationships you're building, the more sales that you're making, right? And so anyways, I'd love for you to kind of touch on that and let these guys know kind of some of your strategies to doing that.
Yes, for sure. So first I want to touch on, everybody always wants to go viral, right? They're like, I want to go viral because I'm going to hit a new rank, or I'm going to make lots of money. In June, I came off of the mountain from 4th of July, and I had like 75 texts in my project broadcast. And they just kept coming in, and I'm like, something's going on. There's a video going crazy. And I had a video on Facebook that had reached 1 million views in like 24 hours. And then another one, and then another one. And I grew from 7,000 followers to over 200,000 followers in a matter of a week. And I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. I'm going to hit a new rank and all this stuff. Do you know I didn't? I didn't hit a new rank. I got more following. I got more eyes on me, more people. As I got more consistent, they started seeing what I'm doing and following and purchasing every day, yes. But the whole viral thing, like, you guys just, like, I still, every time I post, I'm like, oh, this is good. This is going to go viral. And it just doesn't. But we don't need to focus on the viral. We need to focus on our consistency. So what I have learned through this, I've been with Modere for 1.5 years, is I have what I call like soft stock, all those people that get on that leaderboard. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they talking about? Is it the same thing? Is it something new every time? What is their niche? Are they giving away something for free? What are they texting people? Seriously, I stalk all those people. I see exactly what they're doing. And that has actually, between that and the Mondays and the team calls and our team training, like, in our M Life group where we go in there and it tells you exactly how to build. Between all of that, I'm a learner. My top strength is a learner. I'm going to learn all the things, right? That plus doing it, showing up every single day. I've learned that a lot of those people, they go live. A lot of those people on that leadership board, they're going live every day. And whether they're sharing the same thing or it's the same type of thing, I had to start implementing lives. I actually, in May of this year, was it May? Yeah, John did a 14-day live challenge. You guys got to do this. I did that challenge. I won the challenge. He sent me, I won the ring light, and I kept going live, and I sucked terribly. I had 1 to maybe 10 people. I have 3 phones, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I go live all the places, all at the same time, and I had like 1 to 10 people watching me for like months and months. I still don't get like huge amount of people watching me, but you know what, you guys? If that 1 to 10 people watching you wants the products that you have and they message you and you enroll them and then it keeps going and it keeps going, it doesn't even matter. Just like you're going viral, your followers, the people watching you, because if they're watching you and they want your products and they purchase, if 30 people are watching you and they purchase, or 1,000 people are watching you and to purchase, I mean, what's better, right? So I go live every morning. I have my own I share my 5 tips on how I've lost 30 pounds because I stayed consistent with the products. I've lost 30 pounds. It has become what I talk about every day. I share that. I have, kind of like Erin says in your stories, I have different things that I've created, like on the collagen, on both of the weight loss systems, little 15-second blips, and I put them up on my stories. I didn't today, but I do every single day generally. For people, and pictures of my dog and my family and what I'm eating and all that fun stuff up there. And then I learned from Stacey Hall. I watched her Money Monday. Why you guys got to show up to these things, right? I watched the Monday on where she shared with you the structure of a reel, which is, you start with, what is it you're going to be teaching people? So, like, my general structure of a reel is, hey, I'm going to share with you my 5 tips and how I've lost 30 pounds so far. And then you introduce yourself. Hi, my name's Ashley. I'm whoever you are, right? I say I'm a certified nutrition coach. I love all things healthy living, fitness, fat loss, and food. So if you want to see more of that, don't forget to follow for more. And then the third part is your meat, right? I'm sharing my 5 tips, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you end it with your call to action. Hey, comment below Fat Blaster, text Fat Blaster, comment below Lean, follow and comment list. Whatever your call to action is, do a reel. I do a reel like that every single day generally, right? So it's my live, my stories, my reel, and I know what I'm going to talk about every single day because it's the same thing over and over and over. I was so scared to do it. The first person I watched on the Monday was Caleb Vetz, and she's like, go live. That's where the money is. And I'm like, no. What do I go live every single day and a different topic? Are you crazy? And then that's when I saw Christina Camerata, who goes live every single day on the exact same thing over and over and over. And I'm like, I can do that. I can relate to that. So that's what I do. So those are just a couple tips and different things that I do that has really helped me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, like I try to I just tried to write down a whole bunch of notes, you guys, and I'm going to have to re-listen to the call because I can't read my writing. Anyways,
I talk fast.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But here's a couple really big points that I want to make. Again, you guys, Ashley is, what she's doing right now, she's in another season. Remember, she's also had, 7.5 years of prior experience. But like she said, she is a learner, but she's also a massive action taker. A couple of things I want to point out, Ashley, that you said that were really important. And so you guys write these down, okay? She stalks the leaders, okay? She stalks the top leaders. Whoever is high on the leaderboard, she's stalking them. Like, that's a great strategy, right? Why reinvent the wheel? Try to learn from these people that have the results that you want. Try to learn from them and what they're doing and figure that piece out. But also you said, talking about, you were saying Money Monday. John Melton hosts Money Monday every Monday at, I think it's 1 p.m. Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, John and Nadia host Money Monday. It's always fantastic. He's always bringing in tips and tricks and strategies and trainers and what have you. So making Money Monday a priority, as well as, if you guys caught this, Ashley said she tunes into the Saturday team call. This is something, you guys, it's easy to do. It's easy to encourage your teammates to do. Like, let them plug in here and learn from people. Because one thing, that I've learned, and Ashley, I'm sure you can attribute to your success here too, is it's like there's not the way of doing things. Like, so many people are like, just tell me exactly what Ashley does. I'm going to do that. No. No. You got to find your way based on what Ashley's doing, based on what Michelle Churchill's doing, based on what Christina and some of these other ladies are doing. Piecing those things together and then figuring out what works for you, I think, is the goal. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, definitely. You'll find exactly what it is you want to do as there's some things I'm like, well, I can't do that. I'm not that smart. Like different things like Kagan Parker and the stuff she talks about, and sometimes Michelle Churchill, and I'm like, but I can do this. So you just do what you can do and get into a routine and actually do it all the time.
Yeah, and taking that massive action. I love that. And it's like you just said too, like some of the things that Kagan talks about or Michelle talks about or John talks about, right? Like, that's not where our jam is. But like, I know for you, I caught you live the other day and you were talking about your chia seed, what's it called? The
chia seeds and flax seeds.
Yeah. You were mixing up your little thing and squirting your trim in there, and you were just having a conversation with people, and that actually is your thing to talk on, and you do it extremely well, and sharing that story repetitively over and over and over again is going to keep catching people. And then building, this incredible customer pod like you have, just continually telling that story and sharing massive value on your Facebook page, in your stories, on all of your, like you said, did you say you went live on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook at the same time?
Yeah, I have an old phone and a tablet. So and then my phone. So I just put all three on at the exact same time and just do the same thing everywhere.
Well, that, my friends, is called efficiency, okay? Like, that is, three birds, one stone, that makes sense. Yep. But again, I want to go back actually to what you said, too, with that 14-day video challenge. When I started here 5 years ago, John was just rolling that 14-day video challenge out, too, and I jumped in, and I screwed up, and I sounded probably, oh, Lord, I could only imagine. But we all start somewhere, right? You start at stuck, and then you learn, and you change things up, and you evolve and grow, and that is the nature of the industry.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, my friend, I know we're coming right to the top of the hour here. You provided so much value, and thank you, ladies, for spending the Saturday with me. I appreciate you guys and all of your genius. But any final kind of parting tips that you'd like to drop for everybody?
I think that if you're someone new and you're getting started, like, don't be overwhelmed. Go into the guides and start there. And then, like I said, kind of soft stalk some other people, see what they're doing, see what's comfortable for you, what's going to work with your schedule, and then do it. And you can do it, because if I can do it, a stay-at-home mom of 3, like no other training besides getting out of high school and having babies, you can totally do it. You guys are amazing. And thank you, Mindy, for having me on.
You're welcome, Ashley. I appreciate you. Oh, my goodness. I love the way she ended that. That was awesome. Honestly, you guys, it's just, it doesn't matter. John often says if you're from Yale or jail, like if you've got the will and the coachability to be able to, tap into some of these resources, connect, before I forget, get back to the person that invited you to this call to continue on the conversation of what might that look like for you to become a social retailer. Or maybe you're just hearing about some of the collagen or weight loss and you're like, I'm going to start with some product. You might just want to become a customer, and they've got a $10 off coupon code to share with you too. So anyways, we're just here to help you, look a little better, feel a little better, maybe make some extra money. That's what it's about for us. So anyway, my friends, that is it. I appreciate you guys for being here. Again, we will catch you next Saturday on the team call. Have a blessed and incredible weekend. Take care. Bye.